All right. So when I have someone come in my office, one of the conversations or the conversation usually goes something like this. I'm a startup or a small business, and I've been told, or I was reading, or I saw a show, and I think I need a patent application. What is the cheapest and least expensive way I can do that? And that's a lot of times how the conversation starts. Or it's something like, hey, an investor or a angel investor, venture capital, somebody mentioned a patent that I probably need to get this before we go further. How do I get that, and how much is it going to cost me? And so then this conversation usually goes something to the fact of, well, there's a couple different options. You can do a provisional patent application or a non-provisional patent application. And then after they say, what is that? Then we'll dive into what the difference is. So just as a quick review, a provisional patent application, that is your cheaper, less expensive option. That ranges from, if you just file it yourself and do everything yourself, if you know what you're doing, which most of the time, if you haven't been through the process, wouldn't recommend and don't know what you're doing, you can do for under $100 to a non-provisional patent application. That's the full one. And really, especially if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it, because that one's much more complicated. But they're looking and saying, okay, but what's the difference? And a provisional patent application, it was originally set up and intended to basically be a placeholder application. It gets you patent pending. It gives you 1 year to go out, test your invention, test your idea in the marketplace, see if you can, people are willing to buy it, if it will actually work, if people are, if people are interested in, and if it will sell, and those type of things. It basically is a less formal, less expensive option to get you patent pending and test it out in the marketplace. Non-provisional patent application, or what's called a full patent application, is just the opposite. It has more expensive, but it has all the formalities. It'll get examined for patentability, and if it is found to be patentable after examination, it'll issue into a patent. So non-provisional, it doesn't get examined, it's less formal, it's a 1 year placeholder that allows you to get patent pending, gets all the details of your inventions, and then gives you a year. Full application goes to examination. It is more expensive, but it will, at the end, assuming it's patentable, then you'll get a issued patent application. So then the question is after we kind of say, here are your two options, which option is right for you? Well, usually the answer is more of, here are the reasons why you get a provisional patent application. If you don't fall into these reasons, you'd probably get a non-provisional patent application. First answer is budget. Almost every startup or small business always has more things to spend money on than money to spend. So if you simply don't have the budget and you're saying, I need to get something in place now, but I need to do it as reasonably inexpensive as possible, given our budget as we're getting things up and going, get a provisional patent application. Less expensive, and it's a better option. Second reason you get a provisional patent application. Let's say you have a great idea and you're working on it and you're nervous because there's a lot of competition, or you're going to go out and start sharing it with, investors or with manufacturers, or you're going to start doing a Kickstarter campaign, or, putting it out in the public, doing a website, pitching it, and otherwise putting it out in the public. And you're saying, it's not fully developed, it's not finished, but I need to protect what I have up until now as I finish it off. Then you're going to do a provisional patent application. So it gets you patent pending and for the invention as it is today. And then you can continue to develop it over that year, get that or finish it off, and then add those details on at the point of the non-provisional or that full patent application. So those are a couple of reasons. The last one is if you're saying, hey, I think this is a good idea, I think it's worthwhile. I think it's going to do well in the marketplace, but I don't know. I don't know if people are going to buy it, if it's going to be well received, if it's going to be within people's price range, and I really would love to go out and see if it's going to sell. Well, then you do a provisional patent application, go take a year, go out in the marketplace, see if people are going to buy it, see if it's going to sell well. Those are the three reasons why you do a provisional. If not, then you do a non-provisional. You would then do a full patent application, because then you're going to have all the formalities. You're going to be able to get the examination process started. You're going to have a patent application that fully describes your invention with all the details and everything else. And it also provides more value. If you're going to an angel investor, venture capital, or otherwise trying to fundraise, the farther along you are in the patent process, typically the better valuation you're going to get. So those are kind of when you're looking at a provisional patent application, less expensive, gives you some time to test the marketplace or further develop the idea. 12-month placeholder application that you, at the end of the 12 months, you either don't pursue and you let it go abandoned, or you go to a non-provisional patent application. Or if you want to go right out of the chute, you don't have to do the provisional. Just go right for the non-provisional full patent application, get that examined. So hopefully that helps a little bit in illustrating the difference between a provisional and a non-provisional patent application. And Last thing is what people often ask, well, what about a poor man's patent? Doesn't exist. Myth is out there that if you simply write your idea down, put it in an envelope, self-address it, put a stamp on it, and get it, signature with the patent or the post office or something of that, then you're fine and you're covered. And that's really the way to do it because it's a lot less expensive. Don't do that. It doesn't work. It's not worthwhile to pursue. So either do a provisional patent application or a non-provisional, depending on which camp you fall into. Good luck with your invention, and if we can help or do anything to help out or answer any questions, reach out to us at Miller IP Law, and we're always here to help.